In this video, I wanted to share with you how to deal with the fear of going and camping alone, whether you're going to camp in a tent or you're going to camp in your van or a car or whatever. I'm just so fucking annoyed with this motorcycle. It just learns driving here. I mean, not the motorcycle, the person on the motorcycle. Anyways, I hope that's not gonna disturb you. This is not gonna be a relaxing, beautiful, pretty camping video. I'm not even camping. I'm on my way to my work and I don't have time to go camping in reality, and I decided to make this video anyways. Say hello to Lupito. If you wanna go camping alone and you are afraid, get yourself. What I would suggest really to, first of all, check on your goals. It can be that you have a bit if you're afraid to go out and camp alone by yourself, maybe for the first time, you might be having really high goals for yourself. Don't expect that you're not gonna be afraid, and don't plan to go out for a 2 weeks trip somewhere I don't know where, far away from everything, in an environment that you're absolutely unfamiliar with. Start with the small steps. If you have a garden or your friends have a garden, maybe sleep in their garden with a tent, seriously. And then go out and sleep somewhere for a night with friends and take very small steps. Have all the comforts you need, and then, then maybe you can go for that dream camping trip, I don't know, with a van, few weeks or a few months or a few years, or with a tent. Because I think some people who never been camping, they just have this goal oh, I wish just be like other people and leave my home for 1 year and travel with a van alone. If you've never done that alone for a day, this is a really scary goal. Of course it is. Just start very small. Tip number 2 is get familiar with where are you gonna go. I think most of our fears come from us not knowing a lot about something, or not being well informed, or just lacking of familiarity with something. And another thing to overcome fear is to be very well prepared and informed about camping. Where are you going? What is this place? Read about it, find exact location where you want to go. Get familiar with that area, maybe to see if it's, if it is a dangerous area to sleep, if there are a lot of crime rates. I mean, I'm talking more about the crime rates. I mean, rabbits against rabbits. No, I mean, I'm talking more about urban areas, because if you're traveling with a van, then you might stay near urban areas sometimes. So yeah, just research about it a bit, be prepared, just to be a bit aware, and what other people are saying who are going camping about these areas. Are they very populated areas or they are not? Getting informed about these kind of things, and especially if you are with a tent, get informed about wildlife as well, what kind of wildlife there is. I mean, in Europe it's pretty chilled, besides of how is it called in English now? I forgot. These wild pigs. Besides of these wild pigs, there are very little no danger, I guess. I know in some countries there are bears and stuff. What the hell? So basically, if you prepare yourself, if you inform yourself how to deal in those situations when you face those kind of animals, there are ways how to prevent that. So let yourself be informed. Don't be just controlled by that fear. Oh, the bears, the wild pigs. There's a way. There are ways how to deal with that, how to prepare for it and to be aware what our actual danger levels are there and how to prevent them. There's of course some danger while being alone somewhere in urban areas, in my opinion. But if you are somewhere in nature and far away from people, I don't know, to me, this is like literally the safest place I can be, far away from people. And yeah, there are all of these horror films, like of somebody coming like to you when you are somewhere in the village, in the wild, in forest, and some freaks, and then they try to kill you and everything. But this is very unlikely that's going to happen to you. Very unlikely. So please remove that kind of like a head cinema thing. Like in German, people say Kopfkino. It's like head cinema in your head, like these movies that we play in our head that just like controlling our mind. Um, Try not to play those kind of scenarios in your head because it's very unlikely. And it is likely that you're gonna be robbed. It's things can of course happen, but then you can be just prepared. And while there's no way to guarantee you security, safety, but this can also happen to you when you are living in your house somewhere safe in the city. Like we never know when these things gonna happen. What it helps to me to also like kind of come, like to feel a bit more security is to like carry with me when I'm traveling alone, like a pepper spray or something. Like I know this is like could be useful for a moment, or just having that, I just feel like it's a good feeling. But again, I feel like I need it only when I'm somewhere in urban areas. And well, an axe, like I got it for chopping wood, not for chopping people. But really, like I don't think I will ever have to use it. But a couple of times when I was afraid, and having that on my like in my hand, I just definitely felt more secure, and I wouldn't hesitate to chop someone. Okay, wait a second. If somebody would try to rape me, I really don't think I would hesitate to protect myself with this. Like, really, I wouldn't hesitate, and I wouldn't feel any compassion to that person at that moment. So, why not? One trick that could help sometimes, if you're alone, pretend you're not alone. Like, nobody is going to check, like, well, yeah, they might check, but anyways, just pretend you're not alone. Just if you have a van or a tent near you, just keep talking with someone as if somebody would sit inside. And if it's like not very convenient or it's not possible to do that, pretend you're on phone and yeah, keep talking like, hey, you're here, all right, you got everything we needed, all right, sure, okay, see you in a bit, okay, all these kind of things. Yeah, just pretend you're not alone. That also helps, I think, to have this feeling of security. So like, yeah, I don't know, like, or if somebody asks you anything, just tell them you're not alone. Lupita has to say something as well.
Yeah, cuddling really helps when you're afraid.
Oh. Also, if you're traveling alone, do share your location, your live location with a friend or family member. It also gives some feeling of security. Keep updating them. In the end, remember, like, this fear, it's not gonna go away completely, but it's just really a matter of starting that and practicing that and setting yourself smaller goals. Like, if you've never done that, just sleep for one night somewhere where you feel as safe as possible. And just like there are thousands of tips and ways how to make yourself more secure traveling alone. Be prepared. So think about scenarios. So read about scenarios that could possibly happen, like being robbed, being attacked, being killed alone in nature. It's very unlikely, but just think about possible scenarios and prepare for them, or have a plan, and that could really help to also overcome this fear. And but don't don't penetrate that kind of thought of what happens if that happens. You're prepared, you know what would you do, that's it. You don't have to think about that too much. It's hard to say, it's hard to do, but these guys for the motorcycle. Okay, that's it. See you.